Deborah Dahab, your expat coach, and I help people prepare for a move abroad and adjust once they're there. So in this video, I'm going to give you some ideas and share some thoughts about how to organize your paperwork when moving abroad. Now, if you're going to apply for a visa or any type of permission to move, a work visa or other type of visa, this is crucial. If you're not, it's still important because you will have to really kind of have an inventory of your life paperwork wise in order to move to a new country. So without further ado, let me start with tip number 1. Categorize. Before you even start looking at your paperwork, think about what categories of documents are relevant for you. So if you have kids, you will have, for example, schooling documents. If you have pets, you're going to have vaccination or health, other documents related to your pet. If you own real estate, you will probably have deeds and other documents related to real estate. Now, typically we all have tax returns, tax information. We all have any types of identification, passports, IDs, driver's license, and so forth and so on. Another category which is common to most people is health/insurance. So you might have other types of insurances. Health insurance, you might want to bring with you your medical records or dental records. So the first step is to really write down what categories of documents are relevant for you. What I also suggest is if you are applying for a visa, for example, have in mind and close to you the categories of the documents that you will need. Okay, chances are, in many cases, you already have these documents because some we have to request somewhere and others we already have with us. So when you start looking at what you have, it gives you a sense of, oh my God, this is not so terrible because I already have some of the stuff. So it kind of plays in hitting the ground running, so to speak. So basically, look at the list of documents that you need for your visa application or any type of other request that you might need for the move, and look at what you have in the categories. And then you can say, okay, I already have this, I already have this, I already have this, and then I need to request whatever I don't have. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 has to do with pacing yourself. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, this process, I get really anxious and overwhelmed. I really don't like doing it. All that paper around me and then these documents, I don't like it. Some people love it. I personally don't like it. So what helps is to break it down into smaller chunks. Since you've already separated the paperwork, the term paperwork into smaller categories, start by one category, meaning start with the easiest, the things that you might be more familiar with, and then start checking that off. Once that's done, then you will there's something wrong here. That once that's done, you start checking that off, and then you go to the one that a little bit more difficult, and be mindful that it's unlikely you will get all of this done in 2 or 3 days. It's a marathon, because sometimes you have to request documents from another country, or it takes a while. Things need to be translated. So put that on your calendar and know that it's probably not going to be a sprint like done and dusted. It's going to take a while. When you manage these types of expectations, then it's easier to navigate them. And finally, as a final tip that works for me and works for many of my clients is when you have a deadline, and I talk about all the importance of having a target date, not necessarily a deadline, but a target date for your move, and have intermediate target dates as well for each step of the way. When you achieve them and you get things done, give yourself a treat, celebrate it. It's hard work moving abroad, so celebrate each step of the way. Yes, I got this part done. Yay! I'm gonna go out and go to happy hour with my friends, or I'm gonna treat myself to a bar of chocolate, or chocolate is all my go-to treat. I'm going to go to the movies, or whatever celebration sounds like for you. Do it, because these things keep us going, keep us motivated when we're doing a task that might not be that exciting. So this is how you get organized with your paperwork in a mindful, purposeful way. I hope these were helpful. If this resonated with you, if you are preparing for your move abroad, and you would like to dive deeper into this, feel free to get my free international relocation starter course. The link is in the description box. It's a free 4-lesson course where I talk about lots of things involved in mindset planning. And please comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear what you want me to talk about. And for now, that's all I have. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.